Zorn's Dungeon is the first role-playing game to be played through the YouTube livestream chat. You're not just watching the game anymore, your character is involved in the action. Spawn a level 0 character, throw them into the Bloodcage, and watch them fight for their lives. Death is permanent, but survivors can reach level 1 for even greater adventure as the game develops. Here's how to play in under 5 minutes. Step 1. Spawn your character. To play, just type bang spawn, that's ! spawn, in the YouTube livestream chat anytime Zorn's Dungeon is being played live. The game instantly rolls a level 0 character with 3d6 stats straight down the line. There's also a 1 in 6 chance of rolling a random demi-human. Your starting HP determines your destiny. Low health means wizards and thieves, while high health means you get to be a fighter, paladin, or barbarian. Every character's linked to your YouTube username, so you know which is yours, and we know who's playing. Each character also gets a unique ID or dog tag. You can also see which characters belong to rare professions or have particularly exceptional stats. Remember, level 0 is brutal, so spawn multiple characters to have backups ready. But be aware there's a 30-second global cooldown on the bang spawn command. If you don't get in on your first try, just try again. The chatbot will confirm what characters are created in the livestream chat. Step 2. The draft. Newly spawned characters enter the tavern. The only way out for a level 0 character is to be drafted into a 12-person party for the Bloodcage. When it's time to assemble a party, the system drafts in this priority. 1. Super VIPs, which the Game Master reserves for special guests or situations. 2. VIPs. Channel members get free VIP status once a month, and anyone can send in super chats to make one of their characters a VIP. Super chats with a specific dog tag attached guarantee that character will receive VIP status. Otherwise, the system will choose one of your characters at random. Gifting memberships also gets you and the person gifted a VIP character. 3. Active chatters. If you've commented in the live stream chat within the last hour, you get priority right behind VIPs. So if you're watching, participate in the chat to make it more likely that your character will get in on the fight. 4. The general pool. If there are still draft spaces left, then they're open to anyone else in the tavern. Yes, even if you're offline, your tavern characters are at risk and may be drafted. Note that the draft prioritizes having as many different players as possible in the party, so you usually won't have 2 of your own characters in the same cage. Step 3. Into the Bloodcage. Once the party forms, the doors open, monsters spawn, and the auto battle begins. You get to sit back and watch the bloody drama unfold. As the cage takes damage and the blood bar fills, Zorn might intervene. At 33% health loss, he might order his goblin archers to loose a volley into the heroes, or later drop a gore strider behind your lines if you're having too easy a time. And for the crunch lovers, combat, movement, spells, and all other rules are handled by the Hacked Edge game system, our custom rule set based on old school essentials. Step 4. Triage and leveling. When the dust settles, surviving PCs are hauled up to the winch room. If a character was knocked unconscious, they only survive if they have teammates still standing at the end. Otherwise, the monsters put them to the sword. Survivors earn a blood drop next to their name to indicate they lived through the ordeal. Once in the winch room, goblin medics attempt to heal individual wounds, restoring 1 HP per wound per success. Then the fairy checks HP. Anyone with enough HP to reach level 1 gets promoted, receives their class, and gets a free, full restoration of HP and spells. This is the only free magical healing in the game. Level 1 characters also earn the right to have a name. Type bang name dog tag new name in the chat to name them, or rename them on zornsdungeon.com. Step 5. Rest and return. Finally, characters are sorted to their next location. First, all dead characters are sent to the graveyard. It's their final resting place. Those characters who are still wounded are sent to the infirmary. There, wounds and spells heal in real time according to the Hacked Edge rules, meaning severe injuries may take several actual 24-hour days to recover. To keep playing, bang spawn more characters to have them ready to go. Healthy characters are sent to the stable to safely rest. They have earned their reprieve. Want to send a character back into the action and perhaps earn a second blood drop? Just move the character you want from the stable back to the tavern. You can do this at zornsdungeon.com or by typing bang T for tavern plus the dog tag of the character you want to move in the chat. You can check rosters, locations, and all of our leaderboards, tracking boss kills, maximum damage, highest XP, anytime at zornsdungeon.com/tavern. Alright, that's all you need to know to get playing Zorn's Dungeon on the live stream. Get your bang spawn ready, and we'll see you in the cage. Hello, everybody! Welcome. Okay, I was just looking at, I had a question about what was going on with one particular character in the infirmary, and so I'm looking at that right now. Hey, I heard there were no echoes this time, and so I think I figured out why there was no echo this time, and that was because, okay, so in order for you to hear all of the sound effects on the stream, I have to open a window, like open my window so you can share it with you, and then tell it to turn on my allow it to share all of my system sounds. Well, apparently when I do that, that's when I get the echo. I wanted to set all that up before my stream went live. So I had all of my windows set up. I had everything turned on and I wanted to go live. And I guess I just figured that the system was smart enough to know that, oh, hey, if I'm playing like a video or something, that's not a system sound needs to like be routed through the whole system again. But apparently it's not. So what I'm going to have to do is go through my intro video, because apparently there was no echo. People have confirmed that, so that's wonderful. And then when the actual stream starts, then turn on the system audio, which is probably also why there was an echo during the break sound last time. So I think that's what that is. So welcome, everybody. We got lots of people here. So we got John. Hello. Welcome, John. Welcome. We got Sable here. We've got Sarah here. Sarah's been doing a lot of work in the Bloodcage, even though she hasn't been on stream lately. And even made it in the trailer. One of Sarah's characters made it in the trailer. Daniel, welcome. Made of Meat is here. Welcome. Better with Bacon. Great to see you. Welcome. Okay. So we have got several things to talk about right here. Before we get started, we're going to run at least 4 blood cages today. I did put a super chat goal in here to see if we want to do a 5th one, we will do that. But people are bang spawning. So great to see everybody. Okay, so we have a question about Ariste the Wayward right here, which I'm investigating right now because I have been doing a few behind the scenes things, trying to get a few characters taken care of as far as the getting everything according to the rules. And so we may be able to fix this. Just one second. Let me run a couple of things right here. Okay, we do have some characters. The level 1 characters got more hit points. I was cleaning up the hit points because originally my I wasn't giving enough hit points to the level 1 characters. And so I've changed that, but apparently in some cases that means that some level 1 characters got some more hit points, but then but the system didn't actually, it increased your maximum hit points. It didn't increase your total hit points, which is why, sometimes we might have a character in there, which is, not wounded, but doesn't have full hit points. Where is all of my, okay, so here we go right here. Okay. So the infirmary doesn't heal stamina. I healed everybody's stamina. So I'm working on stamina as well. He got the damage while waiting in the tavern. Okay, so I think we are right now. So let's go over here. Let me make sure we're here. So the infirmary, so he is out of the infirmary now. Let's look into the infirmary. We do have lots of people here. I'm actually I'm also, one of the next things I'm working on is completely revising the stamina rules. The stamina rules have got to be revised because there basically weren't any. So we're getting people's stamina back as they come in. But I was trying to actually come up with the real way that stamina is supposed to come back. I think I hear some noise, some sound now. Let's go to the infirmary. Okay, so let's see who's in the infirmary. Wilhelm the cheater right here. Okay, he's got 60, still got 16 days to recovery right here. Probably about to go down to 15. Remember right here, stamina is easier, is supposed to be easier to heal. Let's see. So Wilhelm the cheater. Remember that in this game, the normal man has only 6 hit points of damage. So Wilhelm the cheater right here, why is it taking him 16 days to recover? Well, a 6-point major piercing wound, that is enough to kill the normal man, the quote-unquote normal man right there. So he has a wound that would slay the ordinary person right there, and he's still up. Or he's not, he's in the infirmary. Also right here, Brother Lester has a 6-point major piercing wound, 16 days to full recovery. So keep that in mind when you're looking at the hit points of damage. 6 points of damage is supposed to kill a normal man. Okay, and we're talking about mainly level 0 and level 1 characters. 11 points of damage, 5 points of piercing damage. And you're only, I think I'm going to change this from tier 1 care to level 1 care, because tier 1 kind of sounds like the best, but level 1 care, that's like basic. This is like the basic goblins in there. So we do have lots of characters in the infirmary right now who are trying to heal. I do have, okay, Riste is now in the stable right now. It looks like, or at least according to what I've got. I do have some new commands right here for you. So this should help you, make it a little bit easier for you to manage your characters. Okay, I don't really like the way this is formatted right now, but it is working. If I type bang char, okay, this is going to give me a list of characters. So you can look down in the corner there at the chat. Okay, so Heath Robinson, I just got a report of at least as many characters as the YouTube chat will allow me to have. S, that first letter is an abbreviation of where the character is. So S is stable. That gives me the dog tag of the character, level 1, and that's Johan. Then I have another character who is in the stable with the dog tag. You can see that down here. Actually, maybe I should bring this up right here. I can put this right here. So this is what you'll see if you type bang char right here. Maybe we can work on formatting, but the command works right now. So you type bang char to get a basic report on your characters. So I can see right here that I have a character in the stable, his dog tag, level 1, name of Johan. Bang S, S, which is stable within his dog tag, level 1. And then I need some additional letters here because that says A. So that's supposed to be the rest of his name right then. And then I have another character in the stable, starts with dog tag, starts with a Q, level 1, AN, and so forth right there. So the first letter is location, next combination of letters is dog tags, then the level of the character, and then it's supposed to be some shortened abbreviation of the name. Looks like I need some more letters on the name. But the important thing is it's working right there. Oh, so Daniel got it to work. Daniel typed Bangchar. So Daniel has some characters. So I is infirmary right there. That tells me that one character KJD7, level one character who is brother. That's what brother. He's in the infirmary. Brother Lester, right there. Yeah, that makes sense. That's reporting correctly. Brother Lester is in the infirmary, right there. You have another character. Wilhelm is in the infirmary. Okay, so that is how that works. So if you need a quick report on some of your characters, that tells you where they are. Now, you can also do this. So people might want to do this. We can now hit bang. So I have characters in the stable. So I'm going to hit bang S all. Okay. Uh-oh. Sarah has no living characters? Oh, I wonder, Sarah, did you change your name? I see a change. We might have to fix your name. Hey, Sarah, do you want your characters back to fight? Do you want them in the tavern? I'll move them over. Because Sarah Barledge, this is you. I see you've got an additional like appendage to the name right over here. So I might change it. Okay, Sarah wants to fight. So I'm going to send them to the tavern. Yes. So Sarah wants to fight. So let's move them all over right now. But for instance, okay, got them for you. So, yep, does look like we'll clean up a database thing right here. Yep, because we have Sarah Barlage and then Sarah Barlage dash 17T. So while that's a database issue, all those are your characters. I'll get them cleaned up for you. But they are all in there for you, and then we'll clean them up. But anyway, I was trying to say, if I hit bang S all, you can see this command right here. Bang S all, assuming the database is right, then what should happen? Excuse me, that was moving to the stable. I have characters in the stable. I'm going to show you bang S in a moment. If I hit bang T all, so if you want to move your characters around, you can do that. Okay, see what happened right there? I just hit bang T all, so I moved all of my characters from the stable to the tavern, because bang T means move to the tavern. So bang T all, it says that, hey, E. Heath Robinson, that's me. All 70 of your stable characters march to the tavern, and it gives me all of their dog tags right there. So now you can move like all of them at the same time. So now with bang T, that moved all of my characters from the stable over to the tavern. It doesn't touch characters that are in the infirmary. It doesn't touch characters that are in the infirmary. Those stay in order to heal. And then if I want to go the other way, yes, it is. Daniel says I like it. It's sufficient. It's efficient as well. Right. So now I can also say, now I can go the other way. I can say bang S. That's when I would say bang S, because now I want to move from the stable, from the tavern to the stable. So bang S moves to the stable. Stable my characters. Bang S all. Let's see what happens. Bang S all. There we go. E. Heath Robinson's 7 characters bedded down to the stable, and it gives me all of their dog tags. Now note that level 0 characters cannot move out of the stable. So the command takes care of that. If you have level 0, I keep saying this backwards. Level 0 characters cannot move out of the tavern. The only way for a level 0 character to get out of the tavern is to fight through the Bloodcage. That's the only way a level 0 character can get out. And I kind of screwed that up when I was manipulating the database with you, Dave, last night. I believe it was Dave. I fixed it up. But that's when I got this command working. So if you have level 1 and level 0 characters in the tavern and you want to stable your characters, you can hit bang S all, and all of your characters will go over to the stable except for level 0 characters. Level 0 characters are stuck there. Okay? Yes, right, John. It is a dangerous place to stop in for a drink, because if you stop into the tavern, then all of a sudden you are eligible to be drafted into the Bloodcage. So, right. So there you go. Okay, so that's working. So that is working. We do have over here, we're about to get started here, but I have a few other things to talk about. We have killed over 200 characters now. We have killed over 200 people now. We did that last night. I thought we were just under that, but we are just under 200. We have spawned 425 characters. We actually have 63 people who are playing right now. Hit bang spawn if you are watching. Hit bang spawn to create a character. 63 people are playing. We've spawned 425 characters, and we have killed 201 of them. I need to celebrate, like Tabletop Scholar has lost 10 of them. So 10 of them have been Tabletop Scholars. This is zornsdungeon.com. I'm going to show you. I'm going to log in right here. If I go to zornsdungeon.com and I say you can either roll a character if you don't have one yet, or most people on the stream will say log in. You're going to log in with Google and then log in with the account that you're playing with. It's going to tell you Google has not verified this app. Google told me it will take them 4 to 6 weeks to verify this. So we're in week 2 right now. So you click that, you click advanced, and then go down to go to Zorn's Dungeon. And then that will allow you to, when you click through here, to get into the website, which will then allow you to do things like move individual characters if you want to, view your character sheets, view the entire life log of a character if you want to. That is all on here. So that is zornsdungeon.com. I apologize for not having Google saying, hey, I've approved the login right here. You have to log in through Google because that's how that's how we're able to connect the website to the characters. So there you go. Hey, Facundo, good to see you. Welcome. Bang spawn or hit bang T all to bring over your characters. There is one thing I want to show. Let's see if there's anything else that I need to look at right here. Because I fixed our crossbow issue. If you were on the website, well, I'm having all kinds of problems over here. Oh, changelog right here. Okay, I'm zoomed in over here. If you go to the changelog, you'll be able to see the kinds of changes that I've been making to the game. I did post a... Oh, it's not updated right here. But you can see changelogs right here. I need to post the new changelog because I did change things today and I posted it in the changelog. The issue with the crossbow not firing is resolved or should be resolved. We will see because... everybody now has a knife. So even if you are stuck too close to a monster, you will be able to use your knife. That's one of the things. So the commands are the big thing, though. All right. So, yes, please do hit like on the stream. How many likes do we have on the stream so far? Let me go over here and just see. If we can ever get to 20, please do hit like on the stream. If we can ever get to 20, then the blessing of the fairies will come through and everybody will get one temporary hit point to go into the Bloodcage with. We have vengeance to issue tonight because we had a total party kill on the last stream last time. So we have 9 likes. We have 9 likes right now. So if you are watching, please do hit like, and that will actually get everybody the blessing of the fairy. Okay, is that everything that I need to say right here? Let's like this. Let's take that down. Okay. So, all right. Are we ready to play? We've got 259 souls in the tavern. 201 claimed by Zorn. We're going to go over to the holding cell to go into the Bloodcage. Remember, here is our draft priority right here. Our draft priority is... First of all, super VIPs. That's if I designate somebody as a special guest or something like that. If we have a special guest on the stream. Hey, I did reach out to more YouTubers and different people in the gaming industry today to see if they want to come on and do a special stream with guests, guests for their community. So, like, if I do that, then that person would be super VIP. So, super VIP. VIPs, if you have channel members, I don't think we had any channel members, up to VIP today. I did also change the way that the VIPs for the channel members work. Right, they used to just randomly VIP a character. Now, if you're a channel member and you have your VIP, it will VIP your highest XP, your highest experience point character in the tavern. If you send in a super chat for $3.99, you'll get a VIP, your highest XP character in the tavern. Or if you go into and log into zornsdungeon.com, your first VIP is free. You can get into zornsdungeon.com just like I was talking about, and you get some free iron coins and you can get a free VIP. Then all of our active chatters will be next. If you have spoken in the chat within the last hour, our bot is looking for that, and you will be one of the first ones to be picked up. Then everybody else who is not on the stream, and if there's still spaces, then the wanderers who do not actually have a character or do not have a player. Hopefully we never have to spawn wanderers again. Hopefully we have enough. All right. I know. I feel I want to reach out to him too, John. Yes. If you know him, or you can write, if you are a part of his community and you type in, or comment on one of his videos to tell him to check this out, or link to the trailer or something like that. I really do want to reach out to Professor DM. I have not done that yet, Dungeon Master. I have not done that yet, but I'd really love to have him on the stream and have his community play with us. So yes, if you have any connections to him, please do. And, maybe we can talk about his game and things like that. So yeah, I would love to have him on. That's I reached out to David at Infinite Black. I reached out to Brian Colin at Creature Curation. I reached out to Mark Tassin, who just put out the Open Adventure RPG. That was Cool Name RPG, who has been on the channel before. I have reached out to Drew from I'm sorry. The name of his company is leaving me at the moment. But there you go. Okay. Well, yeah, if you're an audience member, yeah, I mean, you're part of his audience. Yeah, do that. Let him know. I mean, I think he does pay attention to his comments, because I would love to have his community. I watch his videos a lot as well, so hopefully he would respond. Okay. Hey, PH, welcome. Good. All right, let's draft the party. Let's see who's coming in right here. Okay, Beelzebub. Oh, we haven't seen Beelzebub in here. We have a new person in here, Beelzebub. Welcome, Beelzebub. If you're in the chat, please say hello. Beelzebub, an excommunicated squire, is going into the Bloodcage tonight. John, one of our channel members, who has been a member for 2 months, a runaway squire, he is going in. Maid of Meat. Okay, Maid of Meat has a character right here. Oh, there's Beelzebub. Welcome. Great to see you. Great to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. Wonderful. Hopefully you will make it through. Hopefully you will. You got a 66% chance of survival, it says. Maid of Meat is going for a 3rd blood drop. Maid of Meat's Hamrand, the man at arms, who is well starred, top 12% of all ability scores, is here, and has survived 2 different blood cages, looking for a 3rd blood cage. I believe there are 2 characters who have 4 blood drops, so that's rare. But we do have only a 23% chance of survival for John. 25% chance of survival for Maid of Meat. Facundo, here you are, an overzealous cartographer's assistant. 1 blood drop. Looking for number 2, 30% chance of survival. Man, we have a lot of red on here. Sarah, a sunburnt gnome apprentice. And by the way, I have fixed, the gnomes often have poison spray. And one of the things that also changed was that poison spray is also a longer range now. So we did have a problem where it was difficult to get gnomes in action, and one of the reasons is because the gnomes were hesitant to attack with poison spray, because it was a rather low range spell. But I've increased the range of the spell, so we should be able to see more gnome illusionists getting in action now. Daniel, who is a channel member for 32 months. Thank you so much, Daniel. A defiant dwarf miner, 31% chance of survival. The tabletop scholar has a bruised bandit in here, 28%. Sable Phoenix, a solemn flagellant, is in here, 59%. Better with Bacon, welcome. Going for a 2nd blood drop right here, a clumsy grave robber. Oh, so Sarah, okay, we had the database issue, so we actually have 2 characters from Sarah in here. An unwitting temple initiate in here. Dave has a wandering merchant guard, and then Auburn Eagle. Been a while since Auburn Eagle has been here. I haven't seen Auburn Eagle in the chat. Auburn Eagle, a wide-eyed cat purse. Okay. Now I think that would be great. John says, would Brianna and or Doug appear as guests on Zorn's Dungeon? I would love for Doug to appear. I would love for Brianna to appear as well. Brianna, I know, is taking a break from just about everything. She tried to fund a film about 4 months ago or whatever, and was really pushing things, and then took a break after that. But Doug, I would love to have Doug on as one of our, in fact, it would be great if he was one of our first special guests and like co-hosts, because he was available to, like, still as part of the testing and things like that. Hey, Neuromancer, welcome. Hit Bang Spawn, create a character. Bang Spawn. Let's see. Anything else going on? Another good one is Fireball the Gazebo. I don't know that one. Okay. Well, I will make note of that, and if you know them, please do put a note on their video or something like that. Hey, Bang Spawn, if you're here, hit Bang Spawn, ! Spawn, to spawn a character. We're about to go into the Blood Cage with these 12 characters right here. Let's go to the Blood Cage. Oh, we were supposed to go. I saw somebody call for a sip for the newcomers. Yes, I think that's a good idea. PH Arbeck says sip for the newcomers right here. Here's a sip. Here we go. Welcome to everybody. Oh, Neuromancer just got a Windblown Herbalist is challenging the biggest guy in the room to a thumb wrestling match back there in the tavern. Okay, you'll be eligible to be drafted on the second Bloodcage. We're going into the first Bloodcage right now. Let's open it up. Here we go. All right, so what is our first line? Dave, a wandering merchant's guard on the first line. Daniel, defiant dwarf miner, first line. Excommunicated squire Beelzebub. You have to take the front line. First Bloodcage, you're on the front line right there. That's a pre-ninth right there if you get through. Runaway Squire John, also on the front line. That is a pretty good front line right there. All fighter types. We also have Maid of Meats, Himrad, Man-at-Arms, another fighter type on the second row. Nice work. An unwitting Tipple Initiate from Sarah. Okay, Sarah, that is also pre-Paladin right there. So we're stacked pretty well with fighter types. Then we have the Tabletop Scholars Bruised Bandit, who is pre-Thief. Clumsy Grave Robber, better with Bacon, right on the second line. Third line is Auburn Eagle's Cut Purse. Then the Sunburnt Apprentice Illusionist. That's Sarah, another one of Sarah's character because of the database correction. We'll figure it out. That's fine. A Solemn Flagellant, Sable Phoenix, medium-sized. It tells you what size they are, and sometimes I get carried away and read that out. You're a medium-sized character, Sable Phoenix, the Solemn Flagellant. Flagellant, once again, that is a particular religious penitent, a flagellant. That is not something else. If you're a flatulent, that is not what is in this game. It's not in this game. An overzealous cartographer's assistant looking for a second blood drop, Facundo. All right, we're facing 15 monsters in this one, 15 monsters. So, all right, let's see what happens. What kind of draw do we have? Okay, better with Bacon. Moves toward Ratkin Mongrel, number 1. Better with Bacon closes. A devastating strike. He knows how to start this off. The Ratkin Mongrel is impaled for 8 points of damage, a tremendous piercing wound. Jams it through the Ratkin Mongrel's heart right there. Excellent job. Better with Bacon. Ratkin Mongrel drops. That's what we need in order to even these odds right here. Slimeling number 1 is moving toward better with Bacon, this clumsy grave robber, but he's so far away he's not going to be able to make it, so that's fantastic for the action economy here. Goblin Runt number 2 comes up on better with Bacon for 4 points of damage. Oh! One blow, a clumsy grave robber is finished. The grave robber drops. Oh, a clumsy grave robber, better with Bacon. Ill-starred character. We do have a history of these ill-starred characters dropping. That means he had a low statistics, uncommon. Hey, better with Bacon. F in the chat for better with Bacon. F in the chat. So there we go. We've lost a level 1 character. Okay, Cave Imp number 1 coming in to Daniel's Defiant Dwarf Miner, 5 points of damage. The Dwarf Miner is still up. Only 1 point of damage remaining, though. That was quite a hit to the frontline Dwarf. Beelzebub's an Excommunicated Squire comes up on Cave Imp number 1, drops him 3 points of damage. That is enough to kill a Cave Imp. No problem. The Cave Imp dies on the floor of the Bloodcage. Who's up next? Kobold Crawler number 4 wants to get some Excommunicated Squire. He's going to throw his dart, throwing the dart into the Excommunicated Squire. Puncture wound of 2 points of damage. Still up, but that's what Kobold Crawlers do. They're kind of nasty with the darts. Uh-oh, Kobold Crawler number 5, it's his turn. He's coming up to the Defiant Dwarf Miner. He's going to try to throw as well. Can he do it? He steps through. That was a lot of movement. No, he took 2 movement steps, so he was not able to throw. Now, your overzealous cartographer's assistant, Facundo, is shooting the firebolt at the Goblin Runt. Goblin Runt number 2 takes a firebolt, 3 points of damage. That drops the Goblin Runt. Nice job, Facundo. Gremlin number 1 is now moving toward a Defiant Dwarf Miner. Uh-oh, Gremlin lashes out, 4 points of damage. Daniel, I am sorry. Daniel's Defiant Dwarf Miner drops. He crumples to the ground, dead. Okay, Himrand, here we go. Maid of Meat sees this kobold who came up, wasn't able to attack last round, hews at him, 7 points of damage. Fantastic. Death claims the Kobold Crawler a tremendous bludgeoning wound. To Kobold Crawler number 5, that drops him. Excellent. Okay, Kobold coming up. Kobold number 3, looking at Made of Meat, who just made some meat out of his friend, comes in. Made of Meat gored for 4 points of damage. His stamina is gone, and then 4 points of additional damage right there. All right, Solemn Flagellant, Sable Phoenix now coming up to Kobold Crawler number 3, but stops at Gremlin number 1, flails Gremlin number 1, 3 points of damage, that's enough. Going after somebody else, you get intercepted by, hey, I got this Gremlin right here. Zorn is readying the archers. A volley is incoming. We might have to deal with some arrows right here. Zorn will decide. We've got 10 PCs up to 10 monsters. We have evened the odds. 10 PCs to 10 monsters. Kobold Crawler number 2 attacks the runaway squire. That's John's character. Takes some damage there, but is still up. Okay, the Bruised Bandit, Tabletop Scholar, now targeting Kobold Crawler number 4. Bruised Bandit comes in. 4 points of damage, plenty to kill the Kobold Crawler. 4 point moderate bludgeoning wound. He's dead. I'm actually thinking about putting the weapons they're using up as icons on there later. 2 arrows. Zorn is loosing the goblin archers from atop the Bloodcage. 2 arrows. Sarah's unwitting temple initiate takes 1 point of damage. Right there. 1 piercing wound suffered. Sable Phoenix, a Solemn Flagellant, also takes 1 piercing wound right there. So that wasn't too bad. We are at 10 to 9. 10 to 9. 10 PCs are up. Gremlin comes in. Oh, a critical strike to the Tabletop Scholar's Bruised Bandit. 7 points of damage. Whoa, that is enough to drop him. The Bruised Bandit drops to -2 hit points. The Bruised Bandit is out of here. Bruised Bandit, a level 1 character, has fallen. I'm very sorry, Tabletop Scholar. 7 points of damage from the Gremlin. F in the chat. Gremlins can kill people. Gremlins can kill people. Remember, it's only 6 points of damage to kill a normal man. A gremlin can cut the throat of a normal man. Kobold Crawler 1 coming into the Solemn Flagellant, throwing into the flank of Sable Phoenix's Solemn Flagellant. 5 points of damage. Oh, that was just enough. A major piercing wound. The Solemn Flagellant has died. Wide-eyed Cutpurse, Auburn Eagle, moving toward Kobold Crawler number 1. Bleeds from 2 points. Not enough. We needed more Auburn Eagle. So cuts him across. Cuts him deep, but not enough to drop him. Goblin Runt now moving into Auburn Eagle's flank, comes in on Wide-eyed Cutpurse's flank, gored for 3 points of damage, and that's enough to drop him. Sable says, my terrible track record continues. You're doing fine. But yes, Sable has had a lot of characters die here. A Wandering Merchant's Guard, looking at Kobold Crawler number 1. This is the injured Kobold Crawler, gored for 1 point of damage. Not a massive attack, but hey, enough. With a 2 point piercing wound, then a 1 point minor piercing wound, that Kobold has been stabbed to death. An Unwitting Temple Guard. Okay, Sarah's Temple Guard coming in to the Wide-eyed Cutpurse. Oh, is trying to conduct emergency field medication on the Wide-eyed Cutpurse, but cannot, was unable to get him up. Slimeling number 2 comes in. Oh, a brutal critical on the Merchant Guard. 8 points of damage. Slime is everywhere. The Slimeling's podling things, 8 points of damage, just beat the Wandering Merchant's Guard to death. Zorn is now signaling to ready the portcullis. Where are we now? We have 6 PCs standing, 1 of them on the floor, 8 monsters up. So it is 6 to 8 with 1 PC on the floor. Okay, the gnome comes in with some poison spray. I told you we would start seeing that more. Slimeling staggers from 3 points of damage, moderate poison wound. The Slimeling drops. Nice job, Sarah. Sarah's gnome drops the Slimeling with poison. Oh, the portcullis does come up. A Ratkin Gorechild comes in, lurching into the cave. We have a Ratkin Gorechild behind us, coming in, targeting the Unwitting Temple Initiate. 1 point of damage to the only 1 point of damage. Oh, that gore child's going to have to do more than that if it wants to even the odds. Well, actually, it's 6 PCs to 8 monsters. The PCs have some work to do. Goblin Runt is now punctured for 2 points of damage and drops. That was John, a runaway squire, has dropped Goblin Runt number 1. Okay, Cave Imp number 2 is now coming up toward John's runaway squire, tearing at him. He swings his shield up, it splinters. Splinters of wood go everywhere, but he is safe. He is safe. Ratkin Mongrel 2 now coming into runaway squire number 1, and it's deflected. The ringing squire, like the teeth of the Ratkin Mongrel, are deflected on the runaway squire's shield. Round 2, all of that was round 1, people. That was all round 1. Cave Imp now coming in again to runaway squire. Oh, the wooden shield buckles and splits. There is nothing left for the runaway squire to hide behind. Epic defense. 3 times he has taken no damage. Active defense. Nice job. Overzealous cartographer Farkundo comes into the Ratkin Gorechild's flank with a flame strike. 1 point of damage only, a minor fire hit to the Ratkin Gorechild. And then he backs out. We are now 6 PCs to 7 monsters. Ratkin Gorechild sweeps a clawed hit, critical hit to Sarah's unwitting temple initiate. Oh, 7 points of damage. 7 points of damage. Oh, an unwitting temple initiate crumples. Done. I am sorry, Sarah. F in the chat for the unwitting temple initiate. Well-starred. The well-starred character has fallen. I am sorry about that. PH Arbex asks, has more characters killed part of the leaderboard? I don't think that we have more characters, most characters killed on the leaderboard, but maybe we should. Maybe we should. Who has had the actual most characters killed? Slimeling comes. Oh, Sarah just had another one killed. Oh, that gnome illusionist, which had poisoned the other, what was that, the other Slimeling or something, took 5 points of damage. We are now at 4 to 7. This is not looking good. Not looking good. Heimrand comes in to attack Kobold Crawler number 3. A critical hit there. Needed that. 12 points of damage. 12 points of damage. A catastrophic bludgeoning wound. He splatters that kobold. Splatters that kobold. Made of meat splatters it. Okay, now 4 PCs to 6 monsters. What's going to happen now? Where are we in the rounds and the actions? Kobold Crawler number 1 coming in. 1 point of damage to the runaway squire right there. And the kobold moves up. Now, an excommunicated squire, Beelzebub, comes into Ratkin Gorechild, coming in to hit a vicious critical. That's what we need. Impaled by 8 points of damage. Drives a tremendous piercing wound. Drives his short sword or dagger or whatever he's got through the Ratkin Gorechild's chest. Ratkin Gorechild drops. That's exactly what we need. 4 PCs up to 5 monsters. Now, Ratkin Mongrel coming up the runaway squire, who is skewered by 3 points of damage. Oh, but he passes his death save. He's dead, or not dead. He's unconscious and incapacitated on the floor. We now have 3 PCs living to 5 monsters. 3 to 5, and we still have this gremlin to come up. The gremlin coming up at this man-at-arms. 2 points of damage. Oh, that is enough to drop Hemrend, the man-at-arms. Hemrend, the man-at-arms. I'm sorry, made of meat. That was a well-starred character. F in the chat. Well-starred, made of meat. This is a tough one. This is tough. We have 2 PCs to 5 monsters. This is rough. Round 3. Kobold Crawler moving in, looking at Facundo. Oh, critical hit. That's not what we needed. An overzealous cartographer's assistant bleeds from 9 points of damage, a grievous piercing wound. Oh, that is not what we needed. We can't even survive. Zorn can contemplate mercy at the end of round 3. Excommunicated squire. Oh, gets his shield up in time. Splinters fly. The guard holds. 1 of 2 durability remaining on his shield. Gremlin number 2 coming up, also targeting Beelzebub, coming in on his flank. The excommunicated squire. It's only suitable. Oh, squire's wooden shield buckles and splits. Nothing left for him to hide behind. It is kind of suitable. that Beelzebub has an excommunicated squire. So an excommunicated squire is now targeting gremlin number 2. He comes in, 2 points of damage to the gremlin. That is enough. The gremlin goes down permanently, and he does get fell-handed. So 3 kills immediately right there. Can he stay up? Cave Imp number 2 comes in, 3 points of damage, gashed for 2 points of damage, minor slashing wound. Oh, I don't know. Ratkin Mongrel may go before we have Mercy. Ratkin Mongrel lunges, 1 point of damage. Oh, that was enough. Oh, he drops. He goes limp. The body breathes. Actually, no hope remains because that was the last one. Whoa, we have had 2 TPKs in a row. 2 TPKs in a row. 4 heroes are put to the sword in the Bloodcage there. Whoa. Okay. Well, we were looking for vengeance tonight. Vengeance tonight. Look at how high the blood bar was stacked right over there. The blood bar got to like 89.7 of all health points were lost in the cage, in that particular cage. So that was absolutely bloody. So we had 2 TPKs in a row. 2 TPKs in a row. So if we winch people up, we should only have the bodies. Yes. No goblin medics. Oh. May not know what to do with that. We'll get them out of here. There's no promotions over here. Okay, so let's take a look at the leaderboard. We didn't look at that. Most blood drops. Let me make sure I'm refreshed right here. Most blood drops. Arreste the Wanderer by Daniel, Daniel has, this is most kills. Arreste has the most kills. Most blood drops. Arreste has 4. Boars has 4. The survivor who is deceased had 3. So we have lots with 3. We have a number with 3. Murdalf, we haven't seen him later. I think he's still recovering. Boss Slayer. We still have, Murdolf and the Splintered Hedge Mage of Mike have killed 2 bosses. Most bruised. I thought this was funny. A felon has taken 20 and is dead. Like most of these people who have taken the most damage are dead. But an outcast dwarf tunnel guard from Ferris has 12 points of damage. And the chosen one with the tabletop scholar has taken 12 points of damage, but is still up. Most XP. Who is our most XP? Arreste and Boars are tied at 131. All right, let's go over to, remember, we have new commands now. So if you are in here, we have new people spawning. Neuromancer has got a tarnished porter right here. Sarah has spawned an unpolished town watchman. Neuromancer has also spawned an irritable blacksmith's apprentice. Beelzebub has an aching cut purse. This finching poacher of Sable Phoenix has a strength of 5. Charisma of 4. Ill-starred. Strength of 5, charisma 4, HP 2. Neuromancer also has a scratched blacksmith's apprentice. All right, we got 261 people here. Is anybody, remember, we do have the new commands just to show people who might be coming in. And please do hit the like button if you're here. If you see that we go over 20 likes when you click it, let me know because we need the blessing of the fairy. So if we go to, if you have characters in the stable, then hit Bang T All. Bang T All. Look down here. I'll show you. If you hit Bang T All, look at them coming in. Hit Bang T All. All of the characters who have in the stable, which is the same space, will the safe space will move over here to the tavern, and then later, if you want to move characters back, only level 10 characters can do that. You can hit Bang S to move them to the stable, all, and that will move them out. Yeah, Neuromancer, all of your characters are in the tavern. So yeah, when you initially spawn, all of your characters are in the tavern. And the only way out for a level 0 character is to get through the Bloodcage. So there we go. Let's see. PH says, Heath, how about capitalize the character's deaths? Maybe in the future, each character death gets you a point that you may use to access special abilities. Points tied to the player. Like some RPGs have what's the right term here? Like if you don't succeed, then you get some type of bonus to buff somebody else. That's what you're talking about. So if you lose a character, then maybe you should get some type of bonus to apply to another character or something. We do have the buffs that can go. And while we were in the, so that's possible. That's possible. It's some kind of meta progression, right? Okay. So, all right. I think we got everybody over. Let's go to the holding cell. So remember, super VIPs, if you've been chatting lately, then you're going to be in. VIPs are for the channel members, and then also anybody who super chats $2.99 above. Let's draft the party into the Bloodcage. Let's see who we get. Made of Meat, an overzealous herbalist. Sarah Barlage, an unlucky cultist. Sable Phoenix, a dust-covered herbalist. Tabletop Scholar, a wanted porter. Beelzebub, an exiled acolyte. Neuromancer, a windblown herbalist. Daniel, Ariste is in here. Daniel, Ariste the Wanderer is in here. Well-starred, looking for 5. Ariste is looking for 5 right here. PH, looking for 5 blood drops. He has also got number 3 in the single biggest hit. Highest XP, number 2. Most damage dealt, number 1. And most kills, number 1. So Ariste right here is our hero, but he only has a 30% chance of survival. We run 100 different simulations while this are coming in to get people in. Hey, if anybody wants a buff, now is the time. So like Daniel or whatever, if you, what is the super chat right here for the buff? $1.99 or what is it right here? I don't know. Right here. If you super chat in, I believe it's $1.99 because $2.99 is the VIP. Temporary XP. The first buff is +2 temporary XP. The next buff is +1 damage to all attacks. The next one is +2 to all saving throws. So if you have someone in here you would like to give a little advantage to, and it looks like we have a lot of red in here. Beelzebub, 21. Neuromancer, 28% chance. Uncommon character, a windblown herbalist, but also ill-starred. We got to get Ariste in here. Daniel says, Ariste, he's gotten lucky so far, but Zorn is feeling bloodthirsty tonight. Zorn has been on a roll for the past 2 blood cages. PH, an unsuspecting smuggler, 1 blood drop, 25% chance of survival. John, a parched burglar. Look at this. Crap phone, green cultist, only 25% chance of survival. Stray is in, a calloused bandit, 30%. Ooh, this one, is it the case that what we're looking at here is we don't have very many fighter types? That looks like the case. This is a random draft. Who have we got in here? We have got four levels. We got cultist, wizard, overzealous herbalist, wizard, herbalist, pre-wizard, porter. That's pre-cleric. Acolyte, pre-wizard, herbalist. Oh yeah, so we're sending in a whole bunch of squishies. We are sending in a whole bunch of squishies in this. That is the way that we have fallen here. All right, well, let's go over to the Bloodcage. Average HP of only 4. Yes, please, everyone who is here, please do hit the like button, and please let me know if you see when you hit the like button if we go to 20 likes. Because we'll get the blessing of the fairy. Bloodcage. Okay. Let's refresh. Let's go to open the cage. Let's see what happens. Oh, I want to turn off this music. Open the cage. Okay, so we do have a shabby squire. Okay, so we do have 1 fighter type. This is Tomocrat on the front line. It's 12 to 15. Then here, parched burglar. Yeah, you have to do. You can't do that. You can't do that, and you have to do that while we're in the holding cell. Once you go into the, once you're in combat, once you're into the blood cage, you can't buff anybody anymore. You have to do that before. You have to do that before. It's too late once you go to the well. That's why there's that countdown clock of 2 minutes and 30 seconds while you're in the holding cell, because you have 2 minutes and 30 seconds if you want to put in some type of buff or anything like that. You have that time in the holding cell, but then once we're in the blood cage, that is it. So you have to do that while you're in the holding cell if you want to buff anybody. Okay, so we do have Shabby Squire, a pre-Knight on the front line. Then we go down to a Burglar on the front line. That's John's. Then Arreste is having to put this on, be up there on the front line. Arreste the Wanderer is up on the front line. An Unsuspecting Smuggler, PH, on the front line. Stray Kismet, a Calloused Bandit, second line. Wanted Porter, second line. Tabletop Scholar. Beelzebub, an Exiled Acolyte, second line. Neuromancer, a Windblown Herbalist, second line. Look at this. An Unlucky Cultist, Sarah, third line. Maid of Meat, an Overzealous Herbalist, third line. Dust-Covered Herbalist, Sable Phoenix, third line. A Green Cultist, Crap Phone, third line. So we are very squishy this time. We have lots of magic users. We are very squishy in here. All right, Kobold Crawler number 4 targets Ariste the Waywarder. Throws 4 points of damage. What a way to start this off. Our hero starts with 4 points of damage. The Kobold Crawler starts to throw. Okay. Next up, oh my God, Ratkin Mongrel comes up to Ariste, takes a puncture wound of 5 points of damage. That drops Ariste the Waywarder. Oh. So that is the way that ended. I am sorry. F in the chat. F in the chat for Ariste the Waywarder, level 1. Ariste has fallen. I am sorry. Tough break right there. Overzealous Herbalist is coming in, Maid of Meat, opening up on the Ratkin Mongrel. That is enough. Drops Ratkin Mongrel. Cave Imp number 3 now coming up to the Overzealous Herbalist number 3. 4 points of damage to the Overzealous Herbalist, a moderate slashing wound. This one is tough. We've drafted all squishies this time. Gremlin comes up at the Parched Burglar, and the monsters are drawing well. The Parched Burglar collapses, out cold but still breathing. PC's 9 to 14. Unsuspecting Smuggler, PH Arbex, comes up, opens up the Gremlin's throat for 2 points of damage, a minor slashing wound, legs buckle, and it's over. Okay, so at least PH comes up and does what he's supposed to be doing. A dust-covered Herbalist is coming up toward Cave Imp number 3. He is attacking the Cave Imp, 2 points of damage, does drop the Cave Imp. Cave Imp falls. A Wanted Porter, Tabletop Scholar, now sees Cave Imp number 1, wants to come up and get some, attacks Cave Imp number 1, 4 points of damage, does drop Cave Imp number 1. The light fades from Cave Imp's eyes and drops him. Exiled Acolyte, Beelzebub, comes up to fire at Kobold Crawler, casting Sacred Flame, hitting Kobold Crawler for 4 points of damage. Kobold Crawler takes 4 points of holy damage and is out. Kobold Crawler goes down permanently. Goblin Runt number 2 now sees the Wanted Porter coming up Tabletop Scholar, punctured for 1 point of damage. That's 3 points of damage. That's still not clear. 3 points of damage, took all of his stamina, but only actually 1 physical point of wound right there. Slimeling number 2 moves up. Slimeling number 3, also looking for a target in the Tabletop Scholar, comes up, absorbs the impact, 1 point of damage. He shudders. The Wayward Porter is still up. We have 9 PCs to 10 monsters. We've cut down some monsters right here. So that's working pretty well, better than we were thinking earlier. Sarah comes up to Goblin Runt, 2 points of damage. That's enough to kill Goblin Runt. Goblin Runt goes limp. It's finished. Zorn readies the archers. A volley is coming. We will see. It's 9-9. 9-9. Callous Bandit. This is Stray coming up to Slimeling number 2. Gets intercepted by Slimeling number 3. It decides to attack it in the flank. Rocked by 7 points of damage, a Callous Bandit now drops Slimeling number 3. The Slimeling hits the stone and doesn't rise. So Callous Bandit, 5 hit points right there. Kobold Crawler number 3. Oh, we've got some darts coming in right here. So Kobold Crawler number 3 attacks the Tabletop Scholar for 1 point of damage. So takes another action. Okay, action. Oh, 2 arrows. The Arrow Storm. 2 arrows. Goblin archers from atop the Bloodcage. Sable Phoenix. The arrow finds its mark. A dust-covered herbalist crumples to the cage floor. The dust-covered herbalist is gone. Beelzebub also. Oh, the exiled acolyte sidesteps. The arrow whips past. Harmless. The exiled acolyte being exiled is also very suitable for something that is Beelzebub, right? Very suitable spawning right there. Calloused Imp comes up to Stray, 4 points of damage. Stray is hanging by a thread here. It is now 8 PCs to 8 monsters. We still have some monsters with action, especially those who can throw darts. Kobold coming in the Tabletop Scholar, 1 point of damage, a minor piercing wound. The Tabletop Scholar drops. The Wanted Porter's eyes go dark, and it is over. Kobold moves up. Kobold Crawler number 2. Who is he targeting? Oh, he's targeting Stray. Stray, he's going to take a dart. 1 point. Oh, Callous is rocked by 1 point of damage, and that's all that it takes. The Calloused Bandit slumps to the stone, senseless, but is alive. Now in the hands of everyone else. 6 PCs to 8 monsters. Looks like we've got, well, okay, so Ratkin Mongrel coming up on Sarah. Oh, 4 points of damage to the unlucky cultist. The unlucky cultist drops. Dying by those rat fangs right there. Okay, Shabby Squire comes up looking at Cave Imp number 2. Attacks for, we need more than that. 1 point of damage to the Cave Imp. We need more than that. Slimeling coming up, looking really far away. He's probably not going to be able to get to anybody this round. We have 5 PCs up to 8 monsters. The Green Cultist, Crap Phone, sees that the Parched Burglar is down, attempts field medication, but cannot save him. Windblown Cultist, Neuromancer, comes up to Cave Imp number 2. Attacks in the flank. That's enough. Right there. Cave Imp number 2 drops. Round 2. All of that was round 1. Okay, so Green Cultist looking up, trying to tend to Callous Bandit. Can't do it. Slimeling number 2 comes in to Shabby Squire, 1 point of damage. Kobold Crawler number 2 looking at a Shabby Squire. Shoots, impaled for 1 point of damage, a minor piercing wound. Zorn signals to ready the portcullis. Are we going to have to deal with anybody coming in from behind? I'm not sure. Kobold comes up. Ratkin Mongrel number 2 targets a Shabby Squire. In the flank, what's coming in? Oh, Shabby Squire she swings her shield to meet the Ratkin Mongrel's blow. Wood groans, and it holds, so nothing there. Still, 5 PCs to 7 monsters. Beelzebub casts Sacred Flame at the Slimeling. Slimeling only takes 1 point of damage. Kobold Crawler number 1 is coming up at the Windblown Herbalist in the flank. This isn't good for the Herbalist. 4 points of damage to the Herbalist, a minor piercing wound.
Field medicine is not working very well. The field medication is not working very well. I agree, Sable. Slimeling, 1 point of damage. Tomocrat comes up and hits Slimeling for 1 point of damage. Unsuspecting Smuggler, looking at Kobold Crawler number 2. Please get rid of him. A vicious critical hit. Kobold Crawler suffers 8 points of damage, a tremendous piercing wound that lands clean. The Kobold Crawler goes down permanently. Zorn stays his hand. No portcullis. 4 heroes still draw breath, so he chooses to not open the portcullis. We are now 4 PCs to 6 monsters. Goblin Runt attacks the shabby squire. Wood splinters everywhere. Nothing is left to hide behind, but it does prevent him from taking any kind of damage. Kobold Crawler number 3 is now shooting the shabby squire in the flank. 4 points of damage. Oh, that is enough to drop the shabby squire. Slimeling number 1 targets the unsuspecting Smuggler, comes up. An unsuspecting, 4 points of damage. Oh, but that is enough to drop the unsuspecting Smuggler. It has been a rough 3 cages for the heroes. PH Arbex, an unsuspecting Smuggler. F in the chat. So we have lost a 1 blood drop level 1 hero. Slimeling number, okay, so round 3, here we go. Can we survive round 3? This is rough. 2 PCs to 6 monsters. Kobold Crawler, critical hit to Beelzebub. 9 points of damage. Man, Zorn is on a streak here. Zorn is on an incredible streak here. And so is that Kobold. 3 points of damage, or 3 immediate kills. Slimeling number 1 comes in. 2 points of damage to the green cultist. We knew going in we had very few warrior types and we're having to deal with all squishies. That's rough when you have all squishies coming in. Goblin Runt number 2 skewers Crap Phone for 4 points of damage. The life leaves the green cultist. Whoa. Yeah, that was rough. Crap Phone has fallen. What a name. Yes, that's rough when we don't draft any type of warrior types. That's rough. That's rough. Total party kill. F in the chat for the whole party. F in the chat for the whole party. That's rough. All right. Well, the heroes have got to do something here. I think we're doing nothing but bringing up the dead into the winch room right here. Hauling it up. There is nothing for the goblin medics to do. We basically have nothing but corpses here. We have done 3 in a row, including last night. That's 3 in a row that have died. So we're gonna have to get people in here. The infirmary, okay. Anybody? Okay. Do you want to bring any level 1 characters around? Bang T all. If you want to bring level 1 characters around from the stable, bang T all. We got to whip up on Zorn. That's been 3 in a row. That has been 3 in a row. I know people have been PH says I'm putting all of my characters in the infirmary. All right. Okay. So we're gonna draft here. If you have a character in the holding cell and you want to buff them, then you need to super chat while they're in the holding cell. There's going to be a 2-minute and 30-second draft, or 2-minute and 30-second time if you want to buff any of your guys. We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds up here. So super chats, $1.99 and above, give out the +2 HP, and then another $1.99 would give out the +1 damage, and then the +2 to saving throws. So let's draft the party. Let's see who goes in. Okay, Sarah has an oblivious halfling farmer, uncommon. Daniel is coming in with an unlucky wizard's apprentice. Maid of Meat has a sunburnt city guard. PH Arbex, a sheltered cartographer's assistant. The tabletop scholar has a cobbled sexton. Neuromancer, an ill-equipped town watchman. Beelzebub has an aching cut purse. Sable Phoenix, that is member for 37 months. Thank you, Sable. Oh my God, we got a whole bunch of red. Look at all this red. Oh my God. Do we not have any fighter types in here? John, member for 2 months. Darrent. Okay, level 1 right here, but this is a thief. Trick Shot Bro. Been a while since I've seen you, Trick Shot Bro. A Jaded Porter. Brett Hamilton, an Indentured Gnome Tinker. Doc Flamingo, an Errant Cultist. Okay, so there we go. All right, so man, is everybody... oh my God, so everybody is below a 25% chance of survival? That's what it looks like. We have 12 characters. Party members 12, 11 are pre-class. So this is a level 0 cage, basically. Level 0 cage right here. Only one person is leveled in here, which is John's, Darrent right here. John is looking for a second blood drop right here. So this is basically a pure level 0 cage. Average HP of 4. Total HP of 47 in here. But this could be another one. Like we're looking at here. I don't see. Okay, we've got a cleric right here, a gnome, pre-wizard, pre-thief, halfling. Oh, we are short on the fighters again. We are short on fighters. Oh, so what we need in here to survive these things are fighters to come in here. Uh, 18 seconds. No, John says this is going to be an execution. So are we looking at it? Are we looking at an execution? We're going to see. All right, 9 seconds, 10, 8. I need some water or something right here. I'm going to need some water after this next one. This is number 3 before we go into 4 more. All right, well, let's go over to the blood cage. Here we go. Open the cage. Okay. What is going on here? 14 monsters, 12 PCs to 14 monsters, a cobbled sexton, tabletop scholar up front, ill-equipped town watchman. Okay, he's a fighter type, so we do have 2. Okay, we got 2 fighter types, 3 fighter types. Okay, we have 3 fighter types. Okay, neuromancer's ill-equipped town watchman is up front. A sunburnt city guard made of meat, you're up front. Then we put an aching cut purse from Beelzebub on the front line. Sarah, an oblivious halfling farmer on the next line. Sable Phoenix, a parched halfling farmer. Darrent, John, looking for a second blood drop, second line right there. Jaded Porter, trick shot bro, second line. Third line goes to an indentured gnome tinker. That's Brent. A sheltered cartographer's assistant, PH, back row. An unlucky wizard's apprentice, that's Daniel on the back, and then the third row is rounded out by Doc Flamingo's errant cultist right there. All right, let's see what happens. I do need something to drink. Ugh. Okay, who gets to go first? Ratkin Mongrel is coming down on an aching cut purse, coming in, lunging, reeling from 3 points of damage. The Ratkin Mongrel comes in, takes out an aching cut purse, but he drops to the floor. He is still alive. Kobold Crawler number 4 then goes. Comes up. Is he going to be able to throw? Yes, he is. Kobold Crawler number 3 throws at the Watchman. 3 points of damage. Oh, he drops ill-equipped Town Watchman. Oh, once again, the heroes are starting poorly here. We need the heroes to step up and to cut down some monsters. Who is next up? Oh, we've got another Kobold Crawler stepping up. Into the back. Is he going to be able to throw? Yes, he is. He is going to throw. The tabletop scholar is tall, but he absorbs the impact through 1 point of stamina damage. The indentured gnome is going after Kobold Crawler number 4. He attacks, and he takes 2 points of damage, a minor bludgeoning wound. Oblivious Halfling, here comes Sarah, targeting Cave Imp number 1. Comes in. Cave Imp is struck for 3 points of damage. That's what needs to happen right there. Cave Imp number 1 is dead. Blood pools beneath, well, whatever accounts for a stone Cave Imp's blood, is pooling on the floor. Now it's the sheltered cartographer coming up to Ratkin Mongrel number 1. He is shooting Firebolt at Ratkin Mongrel. Ratkin Mongrel takes 4 points of damage. Ratkin Mongrel drops. Nice. Sarah says, Cave Imp number 1 couldn't handle the farmer. No, it could not. 10 PCs to 12 monsters now. Okay. So the Sexton is going for Virtue around the sheltered cartographer's assistant. Gives him an extra hit point of extra temporary hit point. So he gave him a temporary hit point. Errant Cultist comes in on Ratkin Mongrel number 3, drops him. The Ratkin Mongrel's legs buckle. That is it. It is over. Durant. Okay, John looking at Kobold Crawler number 4 in the flank, at least punishing him for coming in. Kobold Crawler takes a slashing hit of 6 points of damage, dropping him to -5. Plenty to kill the Kobold Crawler. So now where are we sitting? 10 PCs to 10 monsters with 1 PC on the floor. Ratkin Mongrel is now coming up to the Halfling. Halfling does have a lot of health here. 4 points of damage. Down to 1 point for the Oblivious Halfling Farmer right there. That was quite a hit. Oh, and now we have a Gremlin coming in. The Gremlin comes in, reels from 4 points, or makes the Oblivious Halfling Farmer reel for 4 points of damage. Drops to -3. Jaded Porter, this is Trickshot Bro, looking at that Gremlin who just came in. A vicious critical hit, 9 points of damage to the Gremlin. The Gremlin now drops. That was -7. Gremlin did die, Sarah. Okay, so came up and got the Gremlin. Ratkin Mongrel now coming up to Trickshot Bro, lunging at the Porter, 3 points of damage, leaving him at 1. Zorn readies the archers. A volley is incoming, potentially. Kobold Crawler number 1 coming up to Jade, the Porter right here. Trickshot Bro, a Jaded Porter, 3 points of damage. The Porter drops. Cave Imp number 3 comes up to Brent. This is his gnome. The lashes at the gnome, takes and rides it through. He is unhurt. 1 point of damage. Took it on stamina. No damage to the gnome right there. Unlucky Wizard's Apprentice sees that the cut purse is KO'd, tries emergency medicine and cannot save him. Goblin Runt comes up to Brent, attacking in the flank of the Goblin Runt. 5 points of damage to the indentured gnome Tinker. Drops. Zorn holds. The archers stand down. There will be no round of archers this time. What are we in? We're still in round number 1. Sunburnt City Guard comes up to the Kobold Crawler. We need a fighter type. Oh, and the fighter type can't do it. Made of Meat is unable to drop the Kobold. We really need to drop that Kobold. Cave Imp now coming up to Made of Meat. Claws at him. Rock for 3 points of damage. Parched Halfling comes up to Sable Phoenix comes up to Cave Imp number 3. 2 points of damage. That drops Cave Imp number 3. I kind of agree with you, Sable. I think we should just not have field medication in this. I think I agree with you. Slimeling targets a Sunburnt City Guard. He may not be able to get to him in this. Kobold Crawler number 2 coming up to the Sunburnt City Guard, Made of Meat. 2 points of damage, a minor... Oh, but Sunburnt City Guard blacks out from the trauma. Yeah, I agree. I agree that the critical care is not working like we want it to. It is not. So I think the thing to do is to eliminate critical care from the Bloodcage. I think so. Ray of Frost. Daniel is shooting... the Unlucky Wizard's Apprentice is shooting at the Goblin Runt. 2 points of damage, drops Goblin Runt. 6 PCs to 7 monsters. Kobold Crawler number 1 coming into PH Arbex, throwing a dart. Oh! Swallowed by the protective ward. That one temporary hit point that he had, it swallows that hit. So wonderful. Okay, so the temporary hit point, the buff, helped us out right there. Errant Cultist now moving toward Kobold Crawler number 1. Swinging, hit for 1 point of damage, which is enough. Death claims the Kobold Crawler. 6 PCs to 6 monsters. Cave Imp number 2 coming down to the Errant Cultist. Swipes 2 points of damage. Doc Flamingo's Errant Cultist is still up. Zorn signals to ready the portcullis. Are we going to have to deal with some type of monster behind us? We're going to find out here. Slimeling targets the Errant Cultist, comes up. An Errant Cultist is struck for 3 points of damage. Doc Flamingo drops. If you're new here, please do hit the like button and let me know if we get to 20 likes. A sheltered cartographer assistant is looking at Kobold Crawler number 3, casting Firebolt, shoots. 2 points of damage. Oh, the Kobold Crawler is still up. Oh, we do. Ratkin Gorechild. A Gorechild is coming in behind us. The Gorechild, who is the Gorechild going to target? The Sexton, Tabletop Scholar, lashes out. Oh, 7 points of damage. A tremendous slashing wound drops the Cobbled Sexton. Kobold coming up to Sable Phoenix. In the Parched Halfling's flank. 2 points of stamina down, not injured. Ratkin Mongrel comes up to Sable Phoenix. Yes, this is a critical strike. 6 points of damage. 6 points of damage. Oh, which is enough. One blow. Man, this is rough tonight. This is rough. We have never had a night like this before. PCs coming up. Darrent comes up to Ratkin Mongrel. 5 points of damage. Drops Ratkin Mongrel. His legs buckle and it's over. Round number 3. Cave Imp number 2 comes up to Durant. Oh, no, that doesn't drop him. He still has 1 hit point, but there are a lot of people around him. There are a lot of people around for him to try to survive. Kobold Crawler comes up in John's flank. Darrent is pierced for 6 points of damage. Whoa! We have lost. That was the level 1 character who was in there. That was the level 1 character who was in there. Ratkin Gorechild now coming up on the cartographer. This could be bad for the cartographer. 2 points of damage. The cartographer is still up, but there are still lots of monsters that have to go this round. Whose turn? Unlucky Wizard's Assistant comes up on Ratkin Gorechild, attacks in the flank for 4 points of damage, unable to drop the Ratkin Gorechild. Kobold Crawler number 3. Oh, Sheltered Cartographer's Assistant. Comes up into the flank. 5 points of damage, a major piercing wound. John says, I think we as players need to strategize by holding our first level characters in the stable until we have enough to really overwhelm the monsters. You can create your own, if we let them play with mostly level 0 characters, we lose them. You can, on the website, on zornsdungeon.com, if you want to create your own custom band of heroes, you can do that. On zornsdungeon.com. Total party kill. So we lost them again. If you do want to do that, if you want to send in nothing but level 1 characters, then somebody can go into zornsdungeon.com and go create a custom the custom party. The custom party, and you could choose exactly what 12 you want to send, and you can do that. If you do it on zornsdungeon.com, you can definitely create your own Bloodcage. If you have like the level, like Daniel says, I think 12 versus 14 is a good balance, and historically it has been. The problem is party balance. We have had very poor party balance the last 2 times, didn't we? I think we did. We drew very poorly with party balance. So if we send in nothing but squishies, they die pretty easily. So yeah, check that out. Hey, click how many likes do we have? Does anybody want to see how many likes we have? We're gonna go one more time. But yeah, if you want on zornsdungeon.com and you're like, hey, I want this, you got to be in the tavern in order to be eligible for that kind of draft. But you can make your own Bloodcage and be like, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. Oh, John says, cool, I'm looking at the custom party now. If you want to do that, I'll give you a few minutes. Let's take a look at the winch room. Nothing for the... we have nothing but corpses in here. No living patients. Okay. I'll give you a few minutes, John, if you want to come in and see if you want to put a party in. The infirmary... okay. Well, nobody was sent to the infirmary. We do have people in the stable. So if you want to be eligible for the custom thing that potentially John is putting together, you can't be in the stable. You've got to be in the tavern. John says, but I'm out of first level characters except for Murdalf, who's injured. Okay. John, so Sable says, Daniel says we have 0 first levels in the tavern. Okay, yeah, we have 0 first levels in the tavern right now. That, just looking down through here, I would know if they're a first level character if they've got a blood drop. Hearken the unassuming, Daniel, a level 1 human fighter. So we do have that. Oh, a bruised cavalry trooper SFF is in there. Trin, built from Bill Holmes, is in there. Bill Holmes has a wide-eyed fortune teller. Sweaty Town Watchman Doug, an indentured lector. Do I go over and draft into the holding cell? Do I need... am I holding for you, Daniel? So I think I have... Where do I have this? Oh, yeah. See, up here at the top right here, no custom PC parties waiting. That tells me that there are no waiting. If somebody puts this in, okay, no, I'm good. Okay, so we'll go in. But yeah, if you choose to do a custom party, you basically buy it out, and that would tell me up there if, hey, there's a whole custom party waiting. So maybe we're going to have a pure level 0 character. Pure level 0 round. Let's see what we get. Maybe we get some fighter types in here. Let's draft the party into the Bloodcage. Oh, I meant to get water, but I didn't. Oh, well, I'll be fine. Tabletop Scholar, Lowly Acolyte, Sable Phoenix, a Defiant Elf Lore Master's Apprentice, Maid of Meat, Neil the Eager is in here, so we do have a level 1 character. Daniel, a Solemn Mountebank. John, an overmatched burglar. Neuromancer, an irritable blacksmith's apprentice. PH, an orphaned gnome's apprentice illusionist. Sarah Barlage, an wide-eyed elf apprentice scribe. Dave, a rumpled merchant's guard. Lead Alarm, a pockmarked grave robber. BGD, a Lil CWA, a limping lector is in here, and then Brent has a famished alchemist assistant. Oh, so a lot of red again. A lot of red again in here. But we do have... Hey, RPG. Hey, I've been here, been playing. Hey, do you have a character in here, RPG, Gen Exile? If you don't, hit Bang Spawn. It's been quite a brutal night for the heroes in here. But hey, if you don't have a character, you need to hit bang spawn, exclamation point spawn in the chat so you can get a character and get here and get playing. It's been a while since I've seen you. Hit bang spawn. Okay. Oh, the mistake I made was the build a party only builds from level 0s in the tavern. I will check on that because you should. I want you to be able to send in level 1s. So RPG Gen Exile got a provincial mountebank, is convinced they have true sight, but it's really just bad pink eye. Okay, do hit a like on the stream, like Sable is saying. This has been a rough night. We need the help. We need the help. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so this is almost a pure level 0 Bloodcage. $12 to $14 again. $12 to $14. Oh, Tabletop Scholar says 15 likes. So we're getting there. Okay, 15 likes. 15 likes. That's more than we've had before. So, all right. Are we ever going to be able to get to 20? Okay, 12 to 14. We look kind of squishy on our front row. Okay, an irritable blacksmith's apprentice, neuromancer, front row. A rumpled merchant's guard, Dave, front row. Neil the Eager, made of meat, front row. A pockmarked grave robber, lead alarm, front row. Second row, defiant elf lore master's apprentice, Sable, second row. An overmatched burglar, John, second row. A solemn mountebank, Daniel, second row. A wide-eyed elf apprentice, Sarah, second row. A limping lector, third row, that's BGD. A lowly acolyte, the tabletop scholar, back row. PH Arbex, an orphaned gnome apprentice illusionist. A famished alchemist assistant is Brent. Okay, Sable says 16 likes now. All right, we're getting to 16. All right. I think this is going to be the last Bloodcage of the night. So if we don't get Retribution tonight, we're going to have to get Retribution tomorrow night. 18 likes. Oh, Sarah says 18 likes. We now hit 18 likes. Let me know if you see 20. If we get to 20, we'll have to do the Blessing of the Fairy, and that's a temporary hit point. So we might have to do another stream, another Bloodcage. All right, let's see how we're going here. All right, come on, guys. Okay, Gremlin number 1 coming up to the blacksmith. Lashes out, takes 1 point of damage. Okay, that's okay right now. Okay, 1 point of damage to that guy. Oh, but now here we go. Cave Imp coming in to the Neuromancer's flank. 3 points of damage. Okay, so we've already lost one of our fighter types coming in. I do need more water. Okay, Kobold Crawler number 4 coming up. Going to throw at the pockmarked grave robber. Critical hit, sitting precision. Grave robber is skewered for 8 points of damage. That must have gone through his throat. A pockmarked grave robber crumples, and it's done. Okay, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Ratkin Mongrel coming up to Neil the Eager. Sinking his teeth. Deflected. Okay, that's what we need, made of meat. Deflected. Excellent. Okay, that's what we need. Exactly what we need. It's 10 to 14. 10 to 14. Slimeling coming up. Also coming up to made of meat. Deflected again. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Made of meat. Strike is deflected. 19 likes, Sarah says. Goblin Runt coming in on Neil's flank. A critical hit this time. 5 points. Not enough to take him out. Neil, made of meat, still is up. Neil really needs to be able to swing here. Okay, Orphaned Gnome Apprentice. This is PH Arbex casting poison spray at Goblin Runt. 2 points of damage. That is enough to take that out. I'll answer that in a moment, Tabletop Scholar. A Wide-Eyed Elf Apprentice. He cast his wards. Wait, so what just happened? I was looking at the comments. tabletop, we have a warded character up here I can see because of the glow around them. Increasing saves. Solemn Mountebank now is looking for a way to get to Cave Imp number 1. Cave Imp number 1 is punctured for 3 points of damage. Drops him. Okay, Limping Lecter coming up to Gremlin number 1. 1 point of damage. Famished Alchemist now coming up on Slimeling number 2. Casting Acid Splash. Acid Splash hits for only 1 point of damage. Goblin Runt comes in to Sarah. Hits 1 point of damage. Goblin Runt only manages to inflict 1 point of damage on Sarah. 10 PCs to 12 monsters. Kobold Crawler number 1 coming up, throwing. Kobold, a wide-eyed apprentice scribe Sarah drops. This has been a rough night for heroes. Cave Imp number 2 comes up to Davinoff. Sweeping a clawed strike, deflected by the rumpled merchant's guard. Nothing going there by this Cave Imp. Kobold Crawler, Neil only has 1 point remaining, but is shielded. Can he throw? Deflected, okay. Deflected, absorbs another round of action. Right there. Kobold Crawler number 2. Next up, Overmatched Burglar. Looking for a way to get in at Gremlin. Can he do it? No, he can't. Neil the Eager attacks Ratkin Mongrel last stand. Attacks the Ratkin Mongrel, 3 points of damage, a moderate piercing wound. A Limping Lecter comes up. Looking at Limping Lecter, can't get there. Instead targets Maid of Meat. Maid of Meat coming in on the flank right here. Catches the strike square on the shield. Durability remaining. Neil still remains up. Neil is holding it down right here. 9 PCs to 11 monsters. Lowly Acolyte is casting Sacred Flame. 3 points of damage at Gremlin and drops him. Zorn readies the archers. A volley is coming. We will see. It is 9 PCs to 10. We've got a Kobold Crawler in the back. Wants to come up. Probably is going to be able to throw. Throws with the dart. 5 points of damage to Daniel. Daniel drops. A Solemn Mountebank. Zorn holds. The archers stand down. There are no archers. We do not have to absorb any arrows this time. We're still at round 1. Defiant Loremaster coming up to Cave Imp number 2. Throwing Ray of Frost. 2 points to the Cave Imp. That drops the Cave Imp. Eight PCs to 9 monsters. We now have a Gremlin coming up to Davinoff. Coming up to Dave here. Catches it on his shield. It splinters. 1 point of durability down. I think it's going to be Dave's turn. Dave needs to turn around and hack this Gremlin apart. Dave turns around to hack this Gremlin. 2 points of damage. That's enough to drop a Gremlin. The Gremlin drops. The Gremlin collapses dead. Round number 2. Slimeling is up, coming up to Dave. Dave coming in. So Dave soaks the Slimeling's attack as well on his shield. Epic defense. He takes 3 without a hit. That's exactly what we got to do in a situation like this. We're 8-8. Okay, Gremlin number 1 coming up to this Lecter. 3 points of damage. But he is still up. His body is broken, but his spirit is not. He remains standing. Oh, but now the Limping Lecter is being targeted by the Kobold Crawler and is probably going to drop here. 5 points of damage. BGD's Limping Lecter drops right there. The Limping Lecter's body finally surrenders. Kobold Crawler number 2 going into Made of Meat right here. Throwing. Deflected. Nice job, Made of Meat. Deflected. Catches the strike clean. Shield does the work. Deflected. Epic defense. Neil has deflected 3 in a row right there. Nice work. PCs need to draw. There we go. Orphaned Gnome Apprentice coming into Slimeling number 2. 4 points of damage. Okay, PH is able to drop Slimeling number 2. Slimeling lets out a snarl and falls. We need the PCs to come up and attack some of these monsters that have not moved. We are now 7-7. Alchemist's assistant coming in at Slimeling number 1 on the flank with some acid splash. Come on, let's get it. Only 2 points of damage, so the Slimeling is still up. Tabletop Scholar comes into Gremlin number 1. He's going to shoot Sacred Flame. 2 points of damage to the Gremlin. That does get rid of the Gremlin. Okay, so Gremlin drops right there. We now have 7 PCs to 6 monsters. Overmatched Burglar coming in on the Slimeling's flank. Let's drop him, please. Slimeling is hammered for 3 points of damage. Slimeling drops right there. Death claims the Slimeling, cuts open the slimy sack right there. Rumpled Merchant now coming into Kobold number 4. Drop him. Come on, drop him, Dave. 3 points of damage. That is enough right there. That is enough right there. Kobold Crawler number 4 is dropped, goes down permanently, and he hadn't taken an action this round. Zorn signals to ready the portcullis. Oh my God, are we going to have to deal with this? Okay, so, all right, Neil. Now it's Made of Meat's turn. Come on, go get some, Neil. Go get some, Neil. Moving toward, okay, he stops at the Kobold Crawler to make a last stand, setting upon him 1 point of damage. Oh, that was not enough, Neil. Neil was injured. That was his last stand. Oh, not good. Okay, Defiant Lore Master. This is Sable Phoenix character coming up to cast Ray of Frost on Goblin Runt number 2. Only 1 point of damage to the Goblin Runt. Oh, Ratkin Gore Strider with the Gore Child. Oh, this is not good. Oh, they come in. Oh, Zorn is not playing nice right here. The Ratkin Gore Strider comes into the rear of Made of Meat. Never sees it coming. Made of Meat drops. Neil. Oh, well, Neil, that was amazing, Neil. F in the chat for Neil. Ratkin Gorechild now coming up to Sable. 4 points of damage, drops Sable. A moderate slashing wound. It is 5-6. We still have PCs up. Goblin Runt comes into Dave. Oh, how many points of damage? 4 points of damage to Dave. Kobold Crawler, number 3, fires at Dave. A Rumpled Merchant's Guard is skewered for 2 points. Uh-oh. Round 3. Here we go. Oh, Sarah says we hit 20 likes. We hit 20 likes. Okay, we might have to play again then. PH Arbex decides to cast poison spray at this Goblin Runt. Goblin Runt hits the stone and does not rise. Fell-handed. The gnome illusionist goes for 3 in a row right there. Lowly acolyte turns into Ratkin Gorechild. Only 1 point of damage to the Ratkin Gorechild. Ratkin Gorechild goes for the burglar. Oh, he's only got 2 hit points. He struck for 7. Oh, the Gore Strider. Oh, yes, takes out the overmatched burglar. Thank you for letting me know, Sarah. Famished Alchemist comes up to the Ratkin Gore Strider, attacks, 3 points of damage, not enough to cut down a Gore Strider. Kobold Crawler has got to come down, attacks PH, gored for 5 points of damage. Killing spree on the kobold. Yes, we know there is a killing spree in the cage here. Let's go. Oh, so now Ratkin Gore Strider goes against Brent. 7 points of damage, drops him. Oh, let's see. Kobold Crawler, number 2, comes up to try to jab at this acolyte right here. Oh, what? 10. Oh, man. He comes up and gets a critical hit. Whoa, this is rough. This is rough. Let's do another one since we hit 20 likes. For the first time we hit 20 likes, I want to be sure that we get our fairy blessing. Well, we got to go again. We got to go again. Let's bring these corpses up. Let's go to, all right, let's go. We have hit 20 likes, I am being told. So we're going to get the fairy's blessing here, which is a +1 temporary HP. So I get to touch this for the first time. So thank you, everybody who's been watching and gets to 20 HP. So let's go right here. Oh, so yeah, Paladin, that's uncommon. Barbarian, that's uncommon. What are our major ones? Yeah, like those are, you said that you still get a common class, but you don't, because those are very difficult classes to get. If you look at the distribution, things like rolling a paladin or rolling a really high HP level fighter or rolling a barbarian, those are rare classes. It's difficult to be one of those classes. So when you said they actually just become a common class, well, no, I mean, we don't see that many paladins around here. Compared to everything here, if you look at the distribution, no, those classes, if they one in whatever character that's going to be a pre-paladin, he's going to turn into a paladin, because it's difficult to roll paladins. It's difficult to roll barbarians. And then on the low side, it's also difficult to roll on the low side. If you want to roll wizards and things like that, that is also comparatively rare. So there's a bell curve, kind of a normal distribution with all the hit points, where you've got the wizards and stuff on the low end, and then the barbarians and paladins types on the high end. And so you have this spread. And so, yeah, so if you're rare on the top and the bottom end, things that are not rare are things like thieves. I don't think the clerics are rare. So yes, you do have uncommon. Okay, so everybody came in. Everybody wanted a chance at temporary hit point. So let's go. I'm going to press the button right now. So this is the fairy's blessing. Thank you, everybody. We'll do this one more time. Yes, let's go. So fairy's blessing. So now everybody should have, oh, yeah, see, you're in blue now. So you have the fairy's blessing. We have 1 temporary hit point for everybody in the tavern now. So when we draw, well, we're all going to have all temporary hit points in. All right, let's go to the holding cell. Let's do it. Let's do it one more time. Come on. We got to win this one. We've got to win this one. We've got to win this one. So, all right, let's draft the party. Let's see who's in. Sarah, a raw cultist is in. Neuromancer, a sunburnt torchbearer is in. And you can see the hearts are right here for temporary HP right here. Daniel, driven halfling farmer. Maid of meat, a splintered sexton. Sable Phoenix, a weary man-at-arms. RPG Gen Exile, a provincial mountebank, well-starred. We've got a few that have some red on them. Tabletop Scholar, a disgraced cutpurse. John Halbarad has one blood drop here, which was earned on June 29th. A gasping cartographer's assistant. Ill-starred, roll to win, an overzealous elf loremaster's apprentice. BGD, an unassuming elf a minstrel. Doc Flamingo, a haggard bandit. So, all right, a minute and a half if you want to try to buff anybody beyond here. We have only an average HP of 4, 9 which are pre-class. We have 3 leveled characters. Who are the leveled characters that are going in? Sable says additional blessing. Okay. VJ, did we just get that? Let's see if it correctly did that. Yep, it sure did. So that is Sable just went in. Thank you very much for +1 damage to all attacks. So a weary man at arms will have +1 damage to all attacks right there. Anybody else want in? Everybody's got the additional hit point. I think it's just 1 additional hit point for the Fairy's Blessing. But now Sable went in for the additional damage. Daniel. Okay, let's see. Daniel. So Daniel goes in. Let me find Daniel's character. Oh, yes. Okay, Daniel got not only +1 damage, but also +2 to all saving throws, which includes death throws. So Daniel, thank you for trying that out. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for the super chat. And that also means that my bot worked. So the bot actually correctly recognized that you have a character in the in the holding cell here and buffed him up. Okay. So Daniel got the buff. So that works. Okay, that's nice that it works. So I don't want there to be too many buffs like that. And by the way, when you're out in the field or doing something, you're not going to be able to buff as well. Do saving throws include the block chance as well? No, it does not. Yes, so it did. So that was great. So thank you for testing that. So it did. So that is working. All right. Well, let's go in. Let's go in. Let's see. So let's go into the Bloodcage. Hopefully everything's working like it's supposed to be. Oh wait, let me get water. Let me get some water. I'm about to die of thirst here. Just 1 second. Let me grab water, and then we will go into the Bloodcage. Okay. John asked, does higher dex increase the chance of deflecting blows? What higher dex does is give you more stamina. So if you have high dex, you're going to have stamina. So is that a deflection of a blow? I mean, what I was trying to represent with dexterity and stamina was that, well, anything that can happen to you that it caused you to avoid a blow that is not meat. So if you have a high dex character, then that's one of the only ways, in fact, was one of the only ways that you can have a level 0 character who has stamina. So high dex does give you stamina, yes. The other way at level 0 is to be a halfling. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. What have we got to deal with? 12 to 14 again. But everybody's got their +1 hit point from the Fairy Blessing. Okay. And then we have people also in here that you can tell right here, this right here, +1 damage for Sable Phoenix. You can see that right there. So let's see. So Splintered Sexton, Made of Meat, up front. Okay. Sunburnt Torchbearer, Neuromancer, Shielded, up front. Up front, a Wary Man at Arms. This is Sable's character. shielded and +1 damage right here with the +1 HP. Provincial Mountebank. Oh, we still weren't able to fill out the entire front with fighter types. A Provincial Mountebank RPG Gen Exile on the front. Driven Halfling Farmer Daniel right there, who has +1 damage and +2 saves. And then a Disgraced Cutpurse Tabletop Scholar, an Overzealous Elf Lore Master's Apprentice, a second roll to win. Halberad, first level character rather, with John right back there, channel member right there. On the back row, an unassuming elf minstrel, BGD. Haggard Bandit, Doc Flamingo. Sarah's a raw cultist on the back, and then a gasping cartographer's assistant, Mike, on the back. All right, let's see what happens. I need some water. Daniel's first and wants some Goblin Runt. Closes with the Goblin Runt, 3 points of damage. That is enough to drop Goblin Runt number 1 right there. Okay, so heroes have started out well right there. Nice job, Daniel. Okay, Gremlin number 3 now coming up to Daniel. Daniel twists, 2 points of stamina gone. So 2 points of stamina gone, soaked from the Gremlin's attack. Kobold Crawler number 5 trying to come up to the Splintered Sexton. Throws 2 points of damage. Okay, Elf Lore Master, roll to win, sees this Gremlin number 3 and wants some. Let's get up there. He's going to shoot Ray of Frost coming at the Gremlin. Only 1 point of damage. Only 1 point of damage to the Gremlin. Goblin Runt now coming over to the Halfling Farmer. In the flank, reads the swing and rides it through. Only 1 point of stamina dropped right there. So the Halfling is out there doing well at the moment. Oh, but the Kobold Crawler number 2 is coming up to throw. Driven Halfling Farmer now impaled for 4 points. Oh, and drops. Kobold Crawler number 1 sees the Splintered Sexton made of meat. Throws. Pierced for 2 points of damage, made of meat. Kobold in the back, looking at a Provincial Mountebank. Kobold Crawler number 4 shoots. Drives forward. 1 stamina loss. No damage. No damage. Kobold Crawler number 4. Disgraced Cutpurse comes up, moving toward Goblin Runt number 2. Only 1 point of damage. Okay, not a whole lot going on either side right now. It's 11 PCs to 13 monsters. Hopefully the Haggard Bandit, yes, stops to kill this Goblin Runt. Yes, okay, 1 point of damage to the Goblin Runt. Goblin Runt drops. $11 PCs to 12 monsters. Got one more throw from a Kobold in the back. Kobold throws to the Tabletop Scholar. 1 point of stamina spent. 1 point of stamina spent, no damage right there. So once again, not a whole lot going right here. Okay, so now Cave Imp number 2 comes up to Doc Flamingo's Bandit. Oh, hits. Oh, unhurt. Temporary HP takes it. So we are still fighting back and forth right here. Weary Man-at-Arms comes up to attack Cave Imp number 1. Come on, do some damage. Oh, only 1 point of damage. Okay. We're just like shooting spitballs at each other right here. Just spitball to spitball. Gremlin number 1 comes up on the Weary Man-at-Arms flank. A devastating strike, struck for 3 points of damage, a moderate slashing wounds. That does take you to, so that's actually 3 points of injury right there, so 3 of 6. Gasping Cartographer's Assistant comes up, shoots Firebolt. 1 point of damage to the Kobold Crawler. We're still just spitting at each other. You think something went wrong, Sable? I will check on it. Slimeling is skewered for 2 points of damage. Minor piercing wound. Okay, I will check on that. Sable. Slimeling comes up to Neuromancer. 8 points of damage to Neuromancer, the sunburnt torchbearer. Drops, but is still alive. Unconscious, but alive. 10 PCs to 12 monsters. A provincial mountebank coming up. A provincial mountebank comes at Slimeling. 2 points of damage, a minor slashing wound, lays open Slimeling. Zorn readies the archers. We're going to see how we're doing here. What does Zorn want to shoot? We are 10 PCs to 11 monsters. Halberad comes up, shoots at Slimeling. Only 1 point of damage to Slimeling. The heroes are not rolling well. Virtue around the disabled, disgraced Cutpurse for an additional temporary hit point. Cave Imp number 1 now going at Sable Phoenix. 2 points of damage. Sable Phoenix is still up. BGD looking at Kobold Crawler number 1 in the back. Shooting Firebolt. Kobold Crawler is struck for only 1 point of damage. Man, the heroes just have no teeth tonight. Zorn holds. The archers stand down. No archers are coming in. Gremlin number 2, looking for a target. He's going to find one with RPG Gen Exile. 5 points of damage. He drops it. Raw Cultist, Sarah, looking at Slimeling number 2. Slimeling number 2 hit him. 4 points of damage to Slimeling, a moderate slashing wound. So drops Slimeling number 2. So where are we now? 9 PCs to 10 monsters. Round 2. Gremlin looking at Sable Phoenix. Gremlin comes in on the flank. Oh, Gremlin catches that on the boss. It splinters. His shield splinters but holds. 1 of 2 durability remaining. Okay, roll to win. The Elf Lore Master looking at Cave Imp number 1. What can he do about this? Ray of Frost. Come on, Ray of Frost hits Cave Imp number 1. 3 points of damage, drops Cave Imp number 1. Kobold Crawler now looking at John, shooting at John. Absorbs with the temporary hit point. Temporary hit point is gone. And the kobold backs up. Okay, disgraced Cutpurse targeting Cave Imp number 2. Come on, cut him down. 2 points of damage. Okay, thank goodness. The heroes have been like attacking with rubber knives all night, or at least in this Bloodcage anyway. Kobold Crawler looking at Sarah, throwing. Protective Ward drinks it up. You would think with this Protective Ward, the blessing of the fairy has actually been pretty nice, but the PCs actually have to have some teeth with their rolling. Splintered Sexton, made of meat. Come on. Oh, no, he's going to try to get the Splintered Sexton up, but his wounds are too severe. He cannot save him. I think we need to do away with critical care. I think we will do away with critical care. Gremlin number 3 comes up. Deflected. Sable deflects the Gremlin 3's attack. So where are we? 9 PCs to 8 monsters. Okay, Kobold Crawler number 5 comes up to disgraced Catburst, is throwing, hits 2 points of damage, drops him. Yes, that was actually 2 points of damage. took his stamina and that. Now, 8 PCs to 8 monsters. Sable's turn to lay down some hurt on some gremlin. Please cut this gremlin down. One point of damage to the gremlin. That is enough. Okay, the gremlin's body goes limp. It's finished. This is still round 2. Kobold is going to throw at Sable. Oh, the wooden shield buckles and splits. Nothing left to hide behind. Epic defense. Gremlin number 2 swipes at a gremlin man-at-arms and drops Sable. I will investigate that. I hope it's possible. It's possible that there's a negative modifier on your to hit. I mean, that's possible too. So I'll check and look at it, what the situation is when I watch the stream tonight. Gasping Cartographer's Assistant takes 1 point of damage. We are 7-7. A raw cultist. Sarah is shooting poison spray at the gremlin. Ah, 1 point of damage. Whoa. There is nothing going. There is nothing going. Grasping Cartographer's Assistant goes to Kobold Crawler number 4. 2 points of damage. Cannot drop Kobold Crawler number 4. Halberad. Okay, our level 1 character. Can you please take out critical? Okay, critical straight to the chest. 12 points of damage. Where's that been all night? 12 points of damage from Halberad into Kobold Crawler. Death claims the Kobold Crawler. Zorn signals to ready the portcullis. Goblins are standing by. We've got 7 PCs up. Let's see. BGD looking at Kobold Crawler 2. We need to drop somebody, please. Kobold, oh, see, 1 point of damage. What is going on with the heroes? 1 point of damage. Haggard Bandit. Now looking at Gremlin number 2. Only 1 point of damage. Please drop this Gremlin. 3 points of damage from a Haggard Bandit. The Gremlin expires on the cold stone. We're going into round 3. Limping into round 3. Kobold Bandit comes up. 7 points of damage from the Kobold. Drops the Haggard Bandit. I don't think so. I will investigate, though, Sable. I will investigate. I always watch these immediately after and go through all of it. So I'll find out. And then I'll make sure that you've got the buff on the next round of the characters you want. Portcullis, Ratkin Gorechild. Oh, okay, we've got a Gorechild coming in. It is now 6-6. Ratkin Gorechild is looking at Made of Meat. What can Made of Meat do? No, sickening precision. Made of Meat drops. Made of Meat on the floor. The life leaves a splintered sexton in an instant. Gremlin number 1 coming up to Halberad. Oh, critical hit. 8 points of damage. Yikes, the Gremlin comes in for 8 points of damage. 1 blow, Halberad is finished. Oh, we lost John. Eight points of damage from the Gremlin. Four to 6. Okay, Kobold Crawler is coming up to Mike. Gasping Cartographer's Assistant takes 6 points of damage. Yikes, Gasping Cartographer's Assistant is slain outright. Tonight has been sad. Tonight has been sad. May have to make sure I play tomorrow. I'm going to try to play tomorrow because we have got to avenge this. We have got to avenge this in a big way. If we do this, this has been like, how many blood cages in a row? Okay, Raw Cultist coming up to Gremlin number 1. Let's kill something. Let's kill something. Gremlin sustains 5 points of damage. Okay, so Gremlin out of here. Gremlin's legs buckle. It's over. Kobold in the back, looking at Sarah. There were so many opportunities for this to work. Kobold can't get there. Kobold Crawler number 5, also looking at Sarah, coming up. Come on, let's survive. Oh, 3 points of Sarah. Three points of Sarah. 3 points to Sarah. The raw cultist drops. There were so many opportunities, but it was such a low roll. Okay, Overzealous looks at Gorechild. Overzealous Loremaster's Apprentice comes up. 5 points of damage to the Gorechild. Drops the Gorechild. Hits the stone and doesn't rise. Okay, so that was nice. Now we have the unassuming elf minstrel. This is BGD's character coming up to the kobold crawler. 2 points of damage. That drops the kobold crawler. Whew! God, this is... If I had beer, I'd be drinking it. Round 4. Kobold crawler number 1 is coming up. Oh, God. Like, not what we need. Critical hit. Oh, so... hit by critical hit right there. An unassuming elf minstrel is cut down instantly. Kobold Crawler number 5 now looks at roll to win. Strikes lands on the temporary hit point, so that keeps him up. That keeps him up. Is he going to get to attack? Okay, he goes into Kobold Crawler number 5. Critical hit. Okay, 7 points of damage. A Kobold Crawler goes down permanently. That Lore Master, roll to win, has taken out 3. So is he going to be able to survive here? Kobold Crawler number 3 comes up. We don't need another critical hit right here. He's got 4 hit points, 6 points of damage. Ugh! That was rough. All right. Well, we're going to have to play again tomorrow. I think I should be able to do that tomorrow. I'll put out. We have got to avenge this. We have got to avenge this. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. Okay, so the Bloodcage, that killed killed lots of level 0 characters and some level 1. All right, so we will get back to it tomorrow. I'm planning on being on it tomorrow. I will send out some emails tomorrow. We'll see what happened. Maybe I'll send people emails to say that, hey, we've got to avenge this. So I will check up on that. Hit bang spawn, fill them up. We're going to need to avenge ourselves tomorrow. BC means that it was in the Bloodcage. So BC, that's the location that meant that it was in the Bloodcage. So character TQY3 was in the Bloodcage at that time, which is a level 0 character. That was rough. That was rough. So and a lot of those we did have very few fighter types. So that was very few fighter types that spawned. Okay, all right. So until tomorrow night, thank you everybody. Thank you for letting us hit the 20 like goal at least. So tomorrow, so John says I just spawned a pretty strong paladin. So Tremulous Temple Initiate. Okay. All right. We're going to be at this again tomorrow night. I'm going to go through this whole thing and look at what happened, and I'm going to check your buff, Sable, and all of that. So we will look at that. Better night tomorrow. Didn't mean to leave everybody on a negative note. Better night tomorrow. We're going to try to be at this tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Go forth, be constructive, and be creative.